I've been in color guard with her every year, and we have this thing called Big Sis, Little Sis, and they help each other out. And I was her first Big Sis in color guard. And ever since then, I've just talked to her every day in all of our classes together. And yeah.
My favorite memory of Madison would have to be walking into the E3 Center doors and just looking around, taking it all in. It was one of my first times coming, and she was right there, and she just had this huge smile on her face, and she welcomed me, and she opened her arms, and she gave me this great big hug.
One of my best memories of Madison would probably be jamming out in the back of Olivia's car and then getting yelled at to stop because evidently I suck at singing.
So I didn't really know Madison that well, but I always saw her at E3 and she was always really happy, always talking to someone, hugging someone, just loving on them like everyone at E3 does. And but my favorite memory of Madison was the night PJ pulled her up on stage and was like, Madison can squat so much, she's so tough, like, yeah.
So I really didn't know Madison as well as some of her other friends may have, but I did have good memories with her. 2 years ago when I started coming to E3, she was one of the first to come welcome me. And the next week, before Wednesday, she asked me, hey Haley, are you coming back to E3? Are you coming back to E3? And I'm just like, oh, I don't know. I didn't really like it or felt like I fit in. And she told me, she's like, you have to come back, you better come back. So I did.
My favorite memory of Madison is when sometime at show choir, we were doing squatting me for some reason. She just came up and showed up all the guys around us by just picking me up and squatting me like 5 times, like perfectly. And it was just great to see the looks on their faces.
My favorite memory of Madison is training with her since 6th or 7th grade and starting out with the base as her, having someone else as her flyer, and then going to high school and her being one of my flyers and just cheering with her bubbly self.
My favorite part about Madison was when she force-fed me cookies because she thought I was too skinny, and when she forced me to carry her wherever she wanted, into E3 multiple times, carried her around show choir a lot.
My favorite memory of Madison is when she hit me in the back of the head with a flag during band camp, but then invited me back to E3.
I'd say my favorite memory of Madison is probably an entire week actually at camp. Just being able to see her smile, being able to see her laugh. There was one time she jumped on my back. She did it all the time, and I miss it so much. But I'd carry her around for a little bit, and I'd let go, but then she wouldn't let go. You know, so she's like a claw on my back, and I wish I could go back there. It was the greatest moment.
My favorite memory with Madison, I don't remember when it happened, but I think it was in middle school, and she came up to me and she's like, you're short, just like me, like we're twins basically. And I was like, Madison, you're literally like 2 inches shorter than me and stuff. She's like, no, I'm the same height as you, and she like got her tippy toes. And then like from therefore, she like always like, I can just like look into your eyes, like I don't even have to look up to you, like we're basically sisters. And I was like, okay, Madison. It was good to know that like she considered me as like her twin sister and stuff.
Alright, so my favorite memory of Madison was when I walked in the choir room because it was my first time doing show choir, and she walked up to me, she was like, you're black, and I was like, yeah. She was like, we're gonna be minority friends, and I was like, okay. So ever since then, me and Madison, we clicked off nicely.